Google announced the Pixel 7, the Pixel 7 Pro, they have a new cool Pixel watch that's meant to look like a water droplet, and they have a Pixel tablet which doubles as a smart display, which makes me kind of unduly excited. We're talking about everything Google announced at their Made by Google event right now. I'm Andrew from Apt, and this is everything you need to know about Google's event called Made by Google, which they had in New York on Thursday, and in which they announced a whole bunch of new products, some of which are kind of exciting. Google was trying to get ahead of the leaks this year. They have always had an issue with their big new phones and products coming out before they can have their big exciting reveal themselves. So they teased a lot of the products that we saw today at their summer developer festival called Google I/O. So we kind of knew what to expect. We were looking for the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro, check. We were looking for the Pixel Watch, check. But they did show off a Pixel tablet, which was a moderate surprise. The neat thing about the tablet that makes me really excited is it has this little dock thing. And I know what you're saying, ooh, docks, I love docks. I know, but you put the tablet on the actual dock and then it sits there like a smart display. So like if you know the Nest Hub or the Amazon Echo Show, Google's new tablet is going to replicate that when you're not using it. So the stand will charge it, it'll turn it into an always listening touch device. And then when you wanna take it on the go, you just grab it and you're off on your next big adventure. It looks pretty cool. It's a smart combination, and honestly, I'm wondering why Google and Amazon didn't do this before, but we're not going back and judging them on the past. We're just excited about what's coming next, and I really want to give this particular device, the Pixel tablet, a try. This is the one that's not coming out till 2023. The other devices that they announced are available for pre-order right now, and they're coming out next week. Once again, that's the Pixel 7, the Pixel 7 Pro, and the Pixel Watch. Let's run down those guys because those were kind of the marquee products. I just get excited about tablets and stands for whatever reason. So the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro, one of the worries going into this event was that it's gonna be too similar to the Pixel 6 featured right here. We don't actually have the 7 yet, they just announced it. But they showed off at least a couple of cool features that you can do with the camera. There's a new chip in there called the Tensor G2, which, I mean, that just sounds exciting, right? And they're keeping the price down. Google's thing is to make a higher end phone that has the specs and capabilities to keep up with more popular phones from Apple and Samsung, but having a price that undercuts the competition to try to hopefully catch up some of the ground in terms of popularity. So, is it similar to the Pixel 6? Yeah. I mean, kinda, but it is still gonna be an upgrade. Maybe don't jump right on this, wait for, us to get our hands on it and test it out. If you have a Pixel product that's earlier than the 6, this should be a sizable upgrade because of that Tensor chip. It allows the Google Assistant to process way more. It allows your camera to be way smarter at helping you maintain focus on the subject and take better pictures. It has some cool new features like it can remove blur from pictures, and if you have this and you have Google Photos, you can actually have older pictures in the app and de-blur them, which is kind of cool. You can use Magic Eraser to take, people you don't want out of the picture, out of the background. Some of the demo here looked kind of creepy because they took a crowded beach picture and then it was just then the one subject standing there like they were alone on a beach. I don't know if that's better, but the technology is cool. In terms of specs, the Pixel 7 is going to be $599. It's gonna have 8 gigs of RAM, a 6.3-inch screen, and a refresh rate of 90 Hertz. The Pro is $900, $899, 12 gigs of RAM, 6.7-inch screen, and a 120 Hertz refresh rate. And they both are gonna have a Titan chip, which sounds probably more exciting than it is. It basically helps encrypt the stuff on your phone to keep it that much more secure, and Google is promising 5 years of security updates for both devices. The Pixel 7 and 7 Pro will also come with VPN, your virtual private network, so you can browse the internet on your phone while hiding your info from companies that might want to use that data to sell you stuff, such as Google. The big way the devices separate themselves is the camera. The Pro comes with more cameras on the back, including a telephoto lens. Both have a cool new trick where they can zoom up to 2 times on a subject, and they just take the 12 pixel picture from the center of the frame, so you get a natural zoom with a more focused subject from further away. The Pro can do that up to a 5 times zoom and even a 10 times zoom, not digital, a purely optical zoom by focusing on the pixels in the center of the frame. Apple kind of does this too, but Google is extending the reach by also doing it on the telephoto lens. So that seems pretty cool, especially if it works as well as they promise in practice. And in terms of digital zoom, now 30 times. So you can really spy on take nice pictures from a distance is what you can do with a 30 times zoom. But they're going to help you actually keep the image stable when you're beyond 15 times zoom with some AI processing. This is part of the point of the Tensor chip, to help keep everything smooth and help the camera work with you to take nice photos. 3 color choices on both. There's going to be a new macro focus thing with the wide lens, so you can take really up close pictures of stuff, like they were showing rain droplets, which is, if you're in like kind of a serene mood and you're like, let me take a picture of some rain droplets. Now your phone can help. And there's this cool thing where they have a technology to help blind people take selfies. I'm not joking. The camera will actually look at you while you're trying to line up the selfie, and it will direct you so you get that nice shot. It was kind of cool and a nice branch in terms of accessibility. Finally, for those aspiring cinematographers, there's new cinematic blur when you're taking videos, it's very fancy. And supposedly there's speech enhancement if you want to be a cinematographer and use the native mics on your phone for whatever reason. But the cinematic blur should be nice. Apple already has it, but it's still nice. And it should help make the phone be that much more robust, again, in terms of those cameras, which is what's getting the biggest upgrade. Night sight is now also 2 times faster, Tensor chip, smarter, hey! And that's pretty much it for the phone. Now let's talk about the Pixel Watch. This was the thing we were all waiting for. Google bought Fitbit like a gazillion years ago. Gazillion may not be the real number, but let's, work with me here. They bought them a while ago, and you're waiting for this integration, and it happened. So the Pixel Watch has full Fitbit integration. Fitbit is saying that the heart monitor on that watch is their most accurate ever, which, cool. It's hard for me to understand and appreciate those minute details of accuracy, but I'm sure for some people it will make a big deal. More importantly, for me anyway, that watch looks really nice. It has that water droplet look, so the top just kind of bubbles over. This is not it. But it is a fancy style circular design. The straps actually attach inside the frame of the watch. They kind of poked at Apple there, where the mechanisms to attach the straps are on the outside of the frame of the square design there. Still, the Apple Watch is really good, and this is Google's first Pixel Watch, so they're swinging for the fences here, but I admire that. There's a bunch of different straps, a bunch of different watch faces, there's sleep tracking, and you get 6 months of Fitbit Premium when you purchase the watch, so you can follow along with their various classes and relaxation modes, or whatever you want to do, in addition to the sleep tracking and the heart rate monitoring. It's going to have 24 hours of charge in there, which is, enough to get through a day. My mathematicians in the office have told me that 24 hours is roughly equal to 1 day. My question is, if you're going to sleep with it on, and then you also want it during the day to check your activity, when you're going to charge it? Still, it should be plenty of battery at least for that first generation. The watch will have additional safety features coming in 2023, such as SOS mode, fall detection, and ECG for that much more advanced heart rate monitoring. So it does seem like a cool device. It has Google Assistant built in, of course, so you can access Google Wallet, you can get turn-by-turn directions. You can actually, if you have the Pixel 7, you have the Pixel Watch, you can control your camera if you're taking a picture with your Pixel Watch, including zooming and deciding when you want to take the picture. So if this sounds familiar, it's because, again, Apple's already done it. But they do have a cool pitch here, which is sleek, rounded design, and Google Assistant, which is better than Siri. So if you're a fan of Google and the Pixel products, and especially if you're a fan of Fitbit, this product feels like a long time coming, and it does check the right boxes. So tell me, are you excited? Is any of this enough to make you jump ship from Apple or Samsung? Comment below to let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned to the app channel. We're gonna do more on these products once we get our hands on them, and thank you again.